Hello and welcome to Illuminate Your Truth. I'm your host, Elena Isis. Thank you so much for joining me today. All right, so for today's topic, we're going to be discussing how to know when it is time to let go. Now, if you ask me, this is one of the most important skills to harness on this journey called life. I feel like this topic can relate to a lot of different things. I mean, we're talking about business, career, relationships, plant medicines, spiritual practices, perfectionism, people pleasing, hobbies, projects, healing practices, knowing when it's time to let go, knowing when to stop, knowing when to say, all right, this is not serving me anymore. Actually, it's holding me back. Actually, it's slowing me down. Actually, I'm moving backwards now, and this is not at all where I want to be. Evaluating your life, certain parts, pieces of your life, and going, does this still resonate with the path that I'm on? Does this still make me happy? Does this still make me feel good? I think that it's important to evaluate certain things in our lives every now and then to make sure that it still aligns with our path. Now, the only thing I'm not talking about when I'm talking about letting go and reevaluating things is marriage. I have a very strong stance on marriage, and I don't feel like marriage should be reevaluated. I feel like you took your vows, and those vows mean you will be together forever. This does not count if there is infidelity or you're being abused. No, I'm not saying stay in a relationship where you're being abused or cheated on. But if there are just these things that you need to work on as a couple, work on them. I'm not saying reevaluate your relationship over any little argument. Marriage is not included in this conversation today. Okay, let's move on. The things that once saved you are slowing you down. This is how you will know that it's time to let go. It's not about being loyal to the T of like, I'm going to be loyal until the very end, even if it is causing my detriment or I am suffering because of it. This could be in a business relationship. This could be in a friendship. This could be at a job. This could be a project or a spiritual practice, whatever. If it is causing you stress to the extent to where you can't stop thinking about how much you want to leave it, it's time to go. It's time to let it go. We're going to talk about how seasons change. You grow and you expand. All right. And whenever you're growing and you're expanding into the highest version of yourself, that means that the medicine is going to change. The medicine that helped you in the previous season is probably not going to be the same medicine that you need now. What once protected you is probably costing you now. So I think it's important to ask yourself this question. Is this still helping me become who I'm becoming? Does this still resonate with my path at all? Like I said, I'm constantly doing these evaluations in my life with certain habits, friendships. I think that it's important to do that. A lot of people don't want to do that because they feel like, oh, you're just giving up. You're failing. You just are failing. No, I think that it's smart to be able to understand that sometimes you have to move on from things. Sometimes things have to end. I mean, things end all the time, right? Everything ends at some point. And to suffer and drag it on just because you've been doing it for so long, you've given years of your life to it. You would feel like a failure if you ended it because you've been doing it for so long. Get over it. Yeah, you've been doing it for so long. You've been doing it for years. But guess what? You're miserable. Can you see yourself doing this your whole life? Huh? Ask yourself that. And if the answer is no, you need to get the fuck out. You need to stop. You need to cut it loose. It is time to end it. We're going to get into a few signs of how you know when it's time to stop. But before we get into these signs, I want you to hit that subscribe button and definitely make sure you like this video. Also, if you are listening on Apple or Spotify, please feel free to leave a review and rate my show, Illuminate Your Truth. That just helps me on my journey of growth. I appreciate you all so much for listening. We topped like over 5 charts around the world this past week. So I am just thrilled. Thank you all so much for listening. Oh, so blessed. So grateful. Thank you. All right. So now let's get into our signs. It's time to stop. Signs that it's time to cut that shit. Sign number 1. You find yourself abandoning yourself 90% of the time. This could be in a business, in a relationship, in a friendship, in a job. If you find yourself abandoning yourself 90% of the time, it is time to go. All right? I'm not even going to go into that because that's self explanatory. Get out. Number two, you're unappreciated and you're being taken advantage of and you're taken for granted. If you feel like you're in this friendship, business, job where nobody is listening to you. One, you have ideas and they're just constantly getting shot down. Two, you are doing the best, like the very best, like your hardest work ever, and nobody appreciates you. Three, and you feel unappreciated, like you don't feel like you don't ever get a thank you. Nobody thanks you for your work. Nobody is grateful for the work that you've done. It's probably time to start searching for something better because we all deserve to feel appreciated. And if you are not being heard, that's a problem. That stuff matters. Okay. That's also a form of abandoning yourself. Okay. Three, they never choose you when you are always choosing them. I learned this in friendship. This was a big lesson for me. This was a big lesson for me. I think I was so wanting to be friends with certain people where I would constantly be choosing them, constantly be doing things for them, constantly be choosing them in situations where it was crazy that I even chose them. But I did because I really wanted to be their friend and they said that they were my friend and we were supposed to be really good friends. And so, yeah, but in moments when I wanted to be chosen by them, they didn't choose me. Multiple times. You'll get to the point where you're done with that, where you're done with having friends or people around who never choose you. You'll give them all of the love in the world. If you've ever experienced me and my love, you know that I love hard. I will give you my all. If I love you, I will love you to the core of my being. I am a lover girl. I am Venusian. I'm a Venusian starseed. That is what we do. We love unconditionally. We love with depth, with our whole fucking soul. Okay. If you've ever experienced my love, I love fucking hard. No regrets. Anybody I've ever shared love with, I don't regret it because everybody deserves love, right? Yes. But you'll get to the point where you can't just give the love and not receive it. When you don't receive it even remotely as much as you're giving, it's time to go because you deserve that back too. You can't just give it out and not have your cup filled too with it. It's not fair. It has to be fair, right? Choose people who choose you. They exist. They're out there, I promise. No growth is occurring and you're actually going backwards. Anytime I feel like I'm going backwards, this could be in a friendship, in a business, and in anything, a hobby, something like anytime I feel like it's going backwards, I'm reevaluating. I'm not saying leave, but reevaluate and make sure that it's worth your time and make sure that you're going to come back up. Okay. Make sure that the person you're working with is on the same page in regards to, yeah, we're going a little bit backwards, but it's going to be okay. We're going to pick it up and we see that we're going to expand even more. This is just a little setback. But if you keep having setbacks and it keeps going backwards, 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 there's a problem. It's probably a sign that you need to stop and that you need to put it down and you need to pick up something else. Another step. You feel like you need this thing to expand. Ooh, so this is more, now we're getting into plant medicines or like substances. If you feel like you need a substance to expand your mind or to have out of body experiences or escape your life, it's time to take a break. It's time to take a break because our natural state, we need to be getting back to that. You can have an out of body experience without a plant medicine. I was guilty of this. I smoked marijuana for over 10 years. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm fucking addicted. I need to chill the fuck out. So the minute your ass feels like you're addicted, you need to stop. Just be real with yourself. The minute you feel like you need something to survive or to be okay, you're fucking addicted. Hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. Maybe take a break. I'm not saying quit cold turkey, but maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you need to be sober and see what that's like. Now, it's not the funnest. I'm just going to be real. Being sober is it's a little bit fucking boring. But you know what? I wouldn't change being sober and having the clarity that I have over being on whatever substance, just to change my perception, to feel better. I wouldn't change the clarity for the world. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. No. See what being sober is like. See what being at your baseline is like and try to fucking heal at your baseline. You can do it. It's hard as fuck, but see what it's like. Try. Please. But if you are grabbing something and constantly needing to grab it and reach for it to change your perception or to feel better or to raise your vibration, you need to calm down. Maybe try to take a break. Maybe see what it's like to get there on your own, because that can be very empowering and build strength and character for yourself. All right. So the next thing, the love and passion is gone and you're staying from guilt. Again, we're not talking about marriage unless you're having infidelity or being abused. No, this is just like friendships, businesses, hobbies, things like that. But if the love and the passion is gone and you can't find it and you've been trying to find it, it's probably time to go. It's probably time to let that go. It's probably time to find something else. A lot of times we take on so much in our life. And so we have these airplanes in the air and they're flying. And we have maybe 5, 6, 10, 10, 5, who the hell knows? We have all these airplanes in the air and we're holding them up with our energy, with our thoughts, with our work process, with our actions. Sometimes we have to let an airplane fall. Sometimes we got to let an airplane fall. Sometimes you just got to let one go. Cut them loose. That way you make room for another airplane, one that's more aligned with your energy of where you are now. Try that. See how that feels. Okay, another sign is you feel like a new chapter's calling you. One where your former self is non-existent. My former self is gone. She doesn't exist anymore. She was very helpful getting where I am now, but she's gone. She doesn't exist. The old Elena is dead. She's dead. She had to die. She had to die in order for the new Elena to step forward. So if you see this new chapter and the old you is nowhere remotely like the new you need to cut it. It's time to cut. Time to cut certain habits, certain people, certain relationships, friendships, goals, businesses, jobs, whatever, hobbies, whatever you're doing that needs cut, cut it, because you're going to hold yourself back and it's going to take you even longer. We're only here for a limited time. We're not here for very long. So the less time you spend in something that is holding you back and you're wasting your time trying to hold on to it so freaking tight because you've been doing it for so long, you're afraid because you think you're going to fail if you cut it loose. Who the fuck cares? Are you thinking people are going to think that you failed? Like, are you just caring that people are going to think that you failed? Or do you think that you failed? Because if it's the first one, are we actually caring what people think about us and our choices in life? Because I'm sorry, but I thought it was your life. Well, I'm sorry. I thought you were the main character of your life. I didn't know that we were giving a shit what so and so thought. And if you feel like you're a failure for leaving, you're not. You just understood that it was time to go and that change is possible and that it's okay to start over. Actually, it builds character to start over from scratch. And then you can rebuild and see how strong you are now that you're a different person and you can have these new relationships that actually vibrate with who you are now instead of trying to hold on to these friends or these places and things that are not even in alignment with you anymore. Why are we even trying to hold on to them? They don't even want to fucking be with us anymore. Like the energy isn't even vibing. Let's release that and allow for good shit to come and stop caring what people fucking think of you. So what people say you failed. What have they done in their life? What have they built in their life that is of any substance? Does it even relate to what you did? Like, who are they? Next step. You're exhausted by holding on. Yeah, this relates to like the holding on. If you're tired and you're exhausted and you just don't want to fight for it anymore, then it's probably time to step away. Probably time to drop the airplane. Let the airplane fall. Don't let people make you feel bad for choosing yourself. For the love of God, please don't. Things end. That's life. All right. Let people show you who they really are when you tell them that. I gotta bow out. I can't do this shit no more. They try to make you feel guilty. Do they try to force you to stay? Do they threaten them to hurt you or themselves when you try to leave? there God goes, revealing character again. God forbid you choose yourself. God forbid you don't people please anymore. God forbid you say no. Did you notice whenever you choose yourself, God then reveals people's hearts to you of how they truly felt about you? Were they using you the whole time? Because they don't even really care that you are miserable in it, that you are miserable in this. They wanted you to continue for their own selfish gain. And then it makes you think, wow, was this person using me to begin with? Because this is their reaction. Ugh. Maybe I should have left earlier. Maybe I should have left sooner, right? Makes you think. Let's move on. Why you gotta let go? All right, you gotta let go to make room. You gotta let go to make room for the new that's coming to you. And yes, there's new, brighter, bigger things coming towards you. You have to believe that. If it's not this, then it's something better. You have to believe that. If it's not this, then it's something better, right? You got to create space for the new. So you got to get rid of some things. You got to get rid of some things. And yes, that may mean spending a season alone, maybe spending more than one, maybe through 2, 3, 4 seasons alone with maybe 1 or 2 friends, maybe no friends, but focus on your passions, focus on your work, focus on your mission. God has a mission for you. Figure it out. What is it? Do it. Do that in the time where, things are being rearranged. God is rearranging things. So, okay, you just cut everything off. You just ended something huge. Things aren't just automatically going to fall into place. It's going to take time for him to work his magic, right? For you to think about what you want, the ideas, the desires, and allow your passions and your ideas to flourish in your mind and be created in your life. It's going to take time, but you want it to take time because you want it to be right. You want it to be real. You want it to feel good. So this isn't something that you want to rush into. You don't want to rush into trying to find these new friends or this new career path or this new hobby. You want it to flow. You want it to be fun. You want it to be driven by spirit and you want it to just flow. So don't force it. Allow it to come into your life. It'll manifest. It will. It just may take some time. Allow this new identity to emerge and have faith. Have faith in God that he will provide for you this new life. He's going to be very proud of you once you cut off those things that were holding you back. He's going to be like, so proud of you. Good job. I'm proud of you. Shit. Don't confuse loyalty with alignment. I am all about being loyal, but when you're loyal to the point where you're hurting yourself and you're causing pain for yourself and you're suffering because you don't want to do this certain thing anymore, then you're people pleasing. We don't people please anymore. We don't do that. Okay. And yeah, allow some airplanes to fall and see what happens. I'm excited for you. I really hope that you choose something that resonates with your new path and your new soul and your new goals and your dreams. Because guess what? They change. They change as we change. That's the beauty of life. They change and we have to respect that. We can't just hold on to things just because we have them, just because we've done them for so long. We hold ourselves back when we do that. Allow change to come. Allow yourself to cut off things that no longer serve you and allow yourself to move towards what is serving you now and will serve your future highest version of yourself. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow me on social media. I am on Instagram, Illuminate Your Truth Podcast. Also on TikTok, find me, Elena Isis. Yeah, just doing the thing. I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.